Hi and welcome to the channel.
I recently just picked up this new Model Y, and so since all the trim is already black on here, we wanted to go ahead and change out the badging. We have the dual motor and the Tesla emblem, and instead of removing them and painting them, we're gonna try using this Plasti Dip to see how it works out. In worst case, if we don't like it, we can remove it.
All right, let's jump into this. Okay, so for the first step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean around here. It rained a couple days ago and there's some water spots, so we wanna get this cleaned up. And we're gonna use Sprayway glass cleaner because it's ammonia free and it won't leave any streaks. We don't wanna use any type of wax or anything that's gonna leave any residue behind that won't allow for the Plasti Dip to adhere to the emblems. So let's get cleaning. Okay, so now that we've cleaned around the badges, we're gonna go ahead and mask this off. So I've seen a lot of people use newspaper to mask it off, which will work perfect. One, we don't actually have any newspaper. And two, I don't wanna use newspaper because the paper is a little bit stiffer and it can scratch, put hairline scratches in the paint. So we're gonna use a plastic bag here, a trash bag. We're gonna cut it out and then we're gonna mask it off. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Okay, so now we went ahead and first we masked off the tape around the logo. Then we put the plastic in, we cut out a little hole. We saved some time from not having to use so much tape. And then we taped around that. So now we don't have to worry about any paint getting through here and back onto the area that we're not gonna be working on. Okay, so now that we are done masking, we're ready to start spray painting. Now, before painting, two things to keep in mind. One, you want to work in a well-ventilated area, so I went ahead and opened up the garage. And secondly, you want to use a mask. You want to use a respirator, something like this here. And there are the P100 masks, which are normally pancake ones, and there's also the stack style here. You want to use one of the organic ones to be able to trap everything that's used in the aerosol or used in the cans. So these are organic. Now, if you're looking for these are going to be the 3M 60923. These are the ones that you're going to want to use, the stacked filters. So I'd recommend wearing this and having a well-ventilated area before you get started. Okay, so now that we have everything masked off, we're ready to paint. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure you shake this for a good minute or so, make sure it's all mixed up. Now we're going to end up doing about 4 coats. And the reason why we want to do 4 coats is you want to do one over it. You might want to hit one from the bottom, from the top, maybe from the sides, just to make sure that you get all around there. So the first coat here, I'm just going to and once we have this coat down, you don't want to put too much on at once because then it'll start to drip. And so we're going to let that dry and then we'll move on to each one. And as each one dries, we'll go ahead and come back around and apply more coats. So here I decided to use a heat gun for 2 different reasons. One, I don't want to wait so long in between Plasti Dip coatings to dry. And secondly, I noticed that if you spray and you let it dry naturally, it becomes a little bit more of a matte finish. And if you want more of a smooth, non-texturized finish, by using the heat gun, it kind of melts the Plasti Dip a little bit more and makes more of a smooth finish. And finally, what I end up doing is inverting the can upside down when I'm done and spraying until it sprays clear. And that way, no paint is left inside the nozzle for it to dry up and clog up. Okay, so it's been about an hour since we finished spray painting all the Plasti Dip. So we're going to go ahead and remove all the plastic and then remove the tape, and then we'll zoom in and we'll go ahead and start removing the Plasti Dip from around the emblems.
Okay, now that we removed the tape and all the plastic, we're going to start pulling from the edges to remove all the Plasti Dip around here. Then what we're going to take is some toothpicks, and we're going to use this to try to get in between the O and the D and get the little spaces in between. All right, so now we're all done. We removed the Plasti Dip from all of the emblems around, got as good as I could in the middle, all the O's taken out. Overall, I think it looks great. We have it all completely done, fraction of the price, and didn't have to worry about getting new badges. So we had this previously done on one of our Model 3s and never had any issues washing it, but just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna let it cure for a few days, just to ensure it has time to harden up. But overall, yeah, that is it. This is our now blackened out badges.
So appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you thought this video was helpful, feel free to hit the thumbs up and feel free to subscribe if you want to be notified of any videos that come out in the future. Thanks.
Thanks.